Guys, I know we're working on slope-intercept form, and we're working with slope and y-intercepts. That's what the form has. So we've mainly been working with graphs where you count your rise over your run, but there's also a formula that sometimes you don't have a graph and you have 2 points where you have to use that formula. And we know it's our change in vertical over our change in horizontal. What that really means is that if we have 2 points, two ordered pairs, we're going to subtract our y's, find the difference of our y's, meaning our change in our vertical rise, right? And subtract our x's, change our runs. And so it's the second y, whatever that is, minus the first y. The second x minus the first x. Big mistake is kids usually put the x over the y. So just make sure you always put rise over run. So it's your change in your y's over your change in your x's. So my second y, if I label it y2, that's right here, that's my 7. Minus my first y, my 4. And 7 minus 4, we know is 3. And then my second x is negative 3 minus my first x, so I have negative 3 minus 3. And that's negative 6. 3 over negative 6 just reduces to negative 1/2. So I know my slope in my formula, in my form, y equals mx plus b, I know my m is negative 1/2. But I need to also know my b. And you look at your points. Sometimes you're given your y-intercept. Sometimes you'll have your second point will be like 0, negative 1, or whatever it is. But in this case, it's not. It's not there. So I've got to use the formula to find my b. So I plug in for my x and my y, and I can pick either point. I can pick my 3, 4, I can pick my negative 3, 7. There's a negative here, I'm not picking it. So I go with my 3, 4. And I plug in for y, the y value, which is 4. And I plug in for x, the x value, which is 3. And then you solve for b. Here we go, solve an equation, so fun. So then from here, I multiply negative 1/2 times 3, that's negative 3/2 plus b. And then I add 3/2 to both sides. Kind of can't see that, but I'm adding 3/2 to both sides. 4 plus 3/2, well, that's really just like 4 plus 1.5. And because it's addition, it's super easy. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 1.5 is 5.5. So if you want to change that to an improper 11 over 2, that's totally fine. Whatever you'd prefer, 5.5. Totally fine. So then I know my b, I know my m, done. All I got to do is put it in slope-intercept form, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5.5. And that is our answer, the line that passes through these 2 points. Awesome.